Music money maker. So I hear you want to start a record label, but you have no experience. And I guess maybe that's the majority of you, but I've seen this come across the feed a lot. This has come up on consultation calls as well, and I want to address it. The thing is, you've got to get artists to trust you. That's the number one thing in your way right now, especially when you have no experience. Now, how are you going to get artists to trust you? I got you covered on that. I know you lack skill, but I'm going to give you some of these skills in today's video. You may feel a bit small, and that's okay because everybody has to suck at some point. However, as long as you understand that everything starts from an embryonic stage, then you should be okay. And if you don't understand that, then you're probably going to have a problem here. Understanding that will allow you to hustle up on those skills, and that's what we're going to talk about on today's episode of the Music Money Makeover Show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. My name is Casey Graham, and I have to say that I too at some point lacked experience. Matter of fact, I'm always lacking experience. It's just that I have a lot more, and I've come a lot further than where a lot of you all are starting from that are viewing my channel. I didn't have the experience to do what I needed to do for my current publishing clients that I have now, and I had to learn all of this stuff by playing in the game. See, the thing is, when running my publishing company, I'm still learning every day. That's the beautiful part about this journey. It's an experiment. The people who create these contracts for Facebook and for TikTok so you can get your mechanical royalties and whatnot, and for BMI, these people don't even know what the result will be like, so it's all one big experiment. As long as you can understand that, then you should be okay. Now let me explain this. I want a full service publishing company, but I suck at synchronization, but I'm really good at admin. I'm really good at admin, but I suck at synchronization. So I hired out my services, and that is the key. Services. Let's hop in. Now, when you have no experience, you have to start with a service first. This is how you're going to get the artist to trust you because A, you don't want to put too much obligation on your shoulders, which is what a lot of you all are doing from the beginning. You're coming out the gate, you want to do 360 record labels, and it's not time for that yet. Remember, you don't have the experience just yet. So we got to get some, and you may be really good at one thing. So let's break down some of those departments. Now, in these services, you're going to have to figure out what will I get out of it. You're going to have to figure out what the exchange rate will be for the service. Either a fixed price will stand for your service, or there will be a percentage rate on a contractual basis type of service going on here, where you either have a term attached to it or a non-exclusive term attached to it. And after you figure that out, you can start to break things down from here. Distribution and administration. In the beginning, many artists will see and they'll say, hey man, I really don't need distribution and administration. I kind of got that covered over here with TuneCore and DistroKid. So this is going to be a really hard sell for you if you want to be a distributor. And if you want to do this, then you're going to have something like a Distro Direct account or Merlin account, and there are other white label distributors out there to help you run a full-fledged record label with a distribution service on the inside, okay? But many artists will decline this in the beginning, so you're going to have to value stack the services with the distributor. In order to get these accounts, you need to have some credible artists, and you're going to have some deep pockets to maintain the service costs of those things. Now, this will put you in the game as a dope distributor and administrator for a record label. This doesn't have anything to do with publishing, but you just have to make yourself seem better than the competition that's already out there if you want to get the artist to sign to you and trust you, especially when you already have DistroKid and TuneCore. My second stop is my favorite category that is very undervalued and overlooked. This is project management and A&R. A lot of artists do not know where they can go get the tools to complete their album, to look their best online so that when you Google them, it looks amazing. All of that. As a project management and A&R person, what you would be doing is you would be having the producers on call, the songwriters on call, the engineers on call. You'd be getting all the artists on call for better album art, all of this stuff. You'd be helping with business establishment services, i.e. my 60-day record label. You can grab that over there because yes, the artist does need to have their company set up. And on top of that, social media setup and visual branding. Think everything an artist would need to look like $1 million and sound like $1 million, even if their vocals are like, you know what I mean? At least they look like $1 million. And as a project management and A&R person, you can help them go from the starting phase of the album to the completion phase of the album, and it looks flawless. Marketing and planning. This is very important. Determining the market and everything that these artists can do in it to expand their footprint in the market and, wherever else they want to go in their regional market is very important for the artist. This is something that they don't understand. I'm gonna say almost 85% of the artists don't understand. They're just looking for exposure everywhere. And knowing how to craft a plan for the market that they will get exposure in is very important. This is easier said than done, especially when you lack the skill of it. So you want to brush up on the skills of this before you present it to the artist. But this is something that many artists need. They'll continually need this service. And if you can do this and do it correctly, you've got an artist for life. Category 4 is music promotion. This is probably the top place where you can get a qualified artist. And this is usually the artist who already has the project done. They probably already have their marketing materials and know where they want to go. And this is a lot of times where the artist says, hey, you know what? I want to hire out for promotion services because I just can't do it. I have to be the artist and I need help on this. This is our number one way of securing an artist if we want to start a record label. Music promotion, because this is the number one thing that record labels need as well, because they have to promote their music. And what better way to do it than with an isolated music promotion type of service? This generates money for the artist. And all you have to do is partner with the other 3 services to build the core foundation of your record label. Period. You'll see that when you offer services, artists will want to stick around, and you, my friend, have a record label in the making. Now, I need you to educate yourself on everything that revolves around one of the categories that you choose to start with. If you can dominate those positions in your mind, then you can dominate them physically in the present right here. And that means you're going to have to go to seminars and conferences, whichever ones are available. You're going to have to take courses. You're going to have to grab some books, and you're going to have to really dig into those things. The deeper you go into it for each category that you choose, or for the one that you choose, the better you will be, and the more value you can stack on those categories to get the artist to trust you in order to build your label. I just want to clarify this here, that you don't necessarily need a college classroom to do this. I mean, there's so many people on you. I mean, you can go to YouTube University, but here's the game changer with the knowledge portion. Buy the courses, buy the books, buy the material, because that's why it's there, okay? Once you buy this stuff and you buy all these courses from everybody who's actually a practitioner and actually doing it, you will come out way ahead of someone who is just like, in NYU on their first year, or someone who's going to Full Sail getting that degree in music business. Like, you'll be like whoosh, way out there, man. Like, especially like, I mean, if you got on 3 consultation calls with me, I'd throw you so far ahead of the game. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyway, enough of selling myself. Let's keep going. Sell the service to the artist. The hard part is you've got to sell your service to the artist and actually beat the competition that's actually doing the same exact thing. The thing is, you're beating the other services and you're helping the artist realize that you're better than the other services. The artist already thinks they have everything within a click on the internet. You should be that click on the internet. Tell them how you can beat the competitors with your added value. Make doing business with you simple. And don't take too much in the beginning just because you're hungry. Eat some appetizers first. It's okay. You don't have to gobble up this artist, like the main course. Just eat some appetizers, man. Take it slow. You'll build. It's all about building. A record label takes a team, and you're going to build it with one strong suit at a time. Now, you may have mastered one of the following 4 categories, and that's distribution and admin, project management and A&R, music marketing, and music promotion. But you're going to need the partners in the other areas to make your record label flourish and to really make it an actual record label. How long would this take? Well, it's going to take some time to develop your skill, number 1. And then number 2, you got to develop your sales pitch. So it is going to take some time. Now, what if the artists say no? The thing is, artists are always going to turn you down anyway, just either for fear, natural fear of saying I got it myself, or just for whatever reason. But there will come a point where your value matches what they need. And then they'll say, yeah, I can do that deal. And they'll do it, and you'll find that sweet spot, and then you'll be in there. Once you get in there, you document everything that happened with all the other artists turning you down and figure out why this one said yes, and then you rinse and repeat the process. Now, why can't I do it all myself as a one-stop shop? The thing is, nobody can do it themselves all as a one-stop shop. It's too much. It's too much work. You'll be overwhelmed. However, you can do it all as a one-stop shop with a team of service providers. You master one, you hire the other 3. And you're in there. Win-win. For any of these artist services, you will need an LLC to get things off the ground. I recommend grabbing my 60-day record label book for the LLC structure. It's way more thorough than somebody on YouTube talking about what you need to do. I wrote it that way for a reason, so you can create leverage with your business. Grab that one, okay? And if you're gonna do the distribution admin route, that's what the book is for. I got you covered there. And artists, if you need that, or if you wanna do your own admin, or you wanna collect all your checks yourself, like my 64 music publishing check series, you can do that too with the book. Outside of that, educate yourself ASAP on the categories that you would dominate in. When you're ready to take it up a notch, we'll meet again on a Zoom call, I can promise you that. So you can book a call at musicmoneymakeover.com. Now what's going to happen is you will find the artist who wants to be successful, and they will put their money where their mouth is. You'll have more qualified artists, and your label won't be so overwhelming to build, and you can build it faster because you know how to hire out the other services now. Now if you try to do it all in the beginning, you say, oh man, screw this video. You try to do it all in the beginning, I promise you, you will fail fast, and fail hard. If you were stressed about how you were going to build your record label in the beginning of this video, at least you now have some clarity on how you can do it easier, quicker, and faster. Music Money Makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Visit musicmoneymakeover.com, download the 60-day record label, and I'll see you next time. Peace.